Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited about today's video because I've been working on this one for a little while now. So I'm excited to be able to sit down and actually film it. So I know a lot of people, especially people on a really tight budget, don't always think that they can get skincare that is designed for sensitive skin. A lot of budget skincare, a lot of high-end and drugstore skincare as well will contain fragrance and things like that. So I've been doing some research. I've been reading ingredients and I've been looking on some different websites, and I've come up with a list of 10 skincare items from the Dollar Tree that are fragrance free, as well as 3 that seem like they might be but are actually not fragrance free. And these aren't the only items. I'm just starting here today and I'm working on the next video like this. So this is just gonna be the first of at least a couple. And so I know it is sometimes when you're on like an extremely tight budget and you have sensitive skin, it's hard to feel like there are products in a bargain price point that are not gonna be harmful or that are not gonna irritate your sensitive skin. But it's not necessarily true. There are some fragrance-free products out there that you can try and see how they react with your skin. And you might find that you find some products that are very gentle on your skin at a bargain price point. So I have to start this video by saying that I am not a licensed dermatologist or a licensed esthetician. I am just somebody who likes skincare. I have always liked skincare. None of this is doctor's advice or dermatologist advice. They're just things that I have researched that you can check out and see if they work for your skin. I've done a little bit of the legwork, but you will have to do the rest for yourself. So I just have to get that out of the way. So if all that sounds good, I do hope you will become part of our Dollar Diva family here on YouTube. I like to do a lot of bargain beauty content, so if that sounds like your thing, you're definitely in the right place. And without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. All right, so this first one here, I've tried a couple products out of this line, and a couple of these items happen to have no fragrance in them. And I'm talking about the Global Beauty Care Glowing Vitamin C line. They have a cleanser, a cream, a serum, and an eye cream. Now I've tried the cleanser and the eye cream, and like I've shared in some recent skincare review videos, I don't really care for the eye cream. For me personally, not because it's like irritated my skin or anything like that, I just don't really felt like it did anything personally for my eyes. I think it would be a little bit better for more for like a brightening or a depuffing. Me, I like stuff to get rid of my fine lines and wrinkles, but I do really like the cleanser, and I like the cleanser more every single day. Like I said, I think 2 out of 4 of these products are fragrance free. The cleanser I do not think is one of them. I think it's the serum and the cream. Now, if you look on the internet says that all of these are fragrance free, but I don't believe that is true. So you'll have to read each individual product. For instance, this vitamin C cleanser, which I personally really like, the last ingredient is PARFUM, which is fragrance. But I believe the serum and the cream don't have fragrance. The eye cream I'm not 100% sure of, so you'll just have to check, and you want to look for either fragrance or parfum. And I don't know if I'm saying that right, PARFUM. Now, that doesn't mean to say that if you are sensitive to fruit oils, that's a different thing. Fruit oils aren't technically fragrance, although they do add scent to a product, and a lot of people do okay with them, but some people can be irritated by fruit extracts. I've learned that from Dr. Dre. So you know, you have to be careful there. But as far as like fragrance free or perfume free, like I said, at least 2 of the 4 products from this line are fragrance free. And then the Extra Care Jelly Stick. This is the Vaseline dupe for their like petroleum jelly stick. A wonderful product for on the go or just an easy application. You don't have to get all that Vaseline or the petroleum jelly on your hands and fingers. So super nice. Apparently this is a product that I see all the time on TikTok and here on YouTube, and from dermatologists just singing its praises because it's cheap and it's just effective and so multi-purpose. You know, who can go wrong with having one of these on hand? Use it on your lips, use it on your feet, your elbows, cuticles, all that kind of thing. The regular one here that comes in the blue is fragrance free. The cocoa butter, I'll talk a little bit more about that one later. And then these products here I've recently hauled. I have not tried them yet, but I was very, very pleased when I did my last Dollar Tree haul and I was reading the ingredients and kind of telling you guys about these products. The Global Beauty Care Snail Mucin Serum. This here is fragrance free. It's also mineral oil free, paraben free, and alcohol free. I think the cream is also fragrance free. Now this here doesn't say it's fragrance free, but there is no fragrance that I can find in the ingredient list. It has mushroom extract. And the cream as well doesn't say it's fragrance free, but again, it has no fragrance listed in the ingredient list, but it also says it has fruit extract. So again, that could be irritating. But yeah, this here seems to have no fragrance. It definitely smells like it has no added fragrance or anything like that. So definitely if you're looking for something fragrance-free, again, you have to try at your own risk with your own skin. But this here doesn't seem to have any fragrance in the ingredients list. Time ago, a couple of years ago, maybe about 3 years ago, Be Pure came out with Cetaphil dupes. They came out with a dupe for the gentle cleanser and the lotion. I still have the lotion, but I used up the cleanser. And it's rated a 91 on Skin Safe. So that means it has very few things that are generally known to cause irritation and allergic reaction in most people's skin, just like Cetaphil itself. Of course, there are exceptions to that. So the cleanser is fragrance-free. However, oddly enough, the lotion does not seem to be. It has either perfume or fragrance listed in the ingredient list, which again may or may not irritate your skin depending on how much is in there. That I don't know. But the cleanser is fragrance-free and is rated very highly on the Skin Safe website. And then Be Pure recently came out with a line of products that are supposed to be dupes for Olay Regenerist. They came up with their revitalizing line. They have an eye cream. They've got a night cream, they've got a cleanser, and I think they have one other item. I don't know if it's a serum, could be wrong about that. But they recently came out with a fragrance-free version of their night cream. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Olay Regenerist fragrance-free night cream. I have not personally tried this product, but I've had a lot of you tell me about it. So if you like the Olay Regenerist night cream and you've been dying to try the Dollar Tree dupe, but they haven't had the fragrance-free version the way Olay does, now's your time to definitely try it and see if it works for your skin. So it's really great that they came out with a version without fragrance as well. Same thing with the Extra Care Hydrating Cleanser Gel. I think that's what it's called. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Cleanser. And I really, really like it, but it did have fragrance. And I know I had some Dollar Divas who said it irritated their skin and dried their skin out and stuff like that. Well, they now have a fragrance-free version. I have not found it yet, but I am on the hunt. So I love that they came out with a fragrance-free version of that cleanser as well. And then these two here were very, very, very surprising to me. So Global Beauty Care has a line of products that are supposed to be dupes for the bubble products. I think there's something that you see like in the drugstore. So I don't know about all of the products, but 2 of their products were actually given a perfect score on skinsafe.com. So you got this here. I actually just bought this. I haven't tried it yet. This is the Moisturizing Daily Gel Face Lotion. It's mineral-free, paraben-free, alcohol-free, and it also has no added fragrance in the ingredient list. And also their face wash, which I haven't tried, but it also gets a 100% as well. I've tried the toner. I didn't love it. I can't remember if it has fragrance or not. And they got, I think, one other item as well that I've not tried, and I can't remember what it is. But this and the cleanser were rated very highly, given a perfect score on the Skin Safe website for being free of allergens, irritants, fragrance, all that kind of thing. But of course, I mean, there might be something in here that doesn't agree with your skin. But again, if you're on a budget and looking for something that should be super gentle on your skin, you can definitely give this gel lotion and the cleanser a try. Then the last item on this list is the Global Beauty Care Hyaluronic Acid Serum. So I have not tried this, but now I'm very, very, very interested because I'm always on the lookout for a good hyaluronic acid serum. And this is supposed to be free of fragrance or perfume as well. Now, 3 products that surprisingly are not fragrance free. Of course, we talked about the Be Pure Cetaphil Dupe Cleanser being fragrance free. And I did mention that their lotion was not. So we've done that, and then the Extra Care Petroleum Jelly Stick, the cocoa butter version, is also not fragrance free. So there's those, we've talked about those. But the third one that really surprised me, and this is why you can't always go by the front of the bottle, you have to look at the ingredients. The Extra Care Extra Moisturizing Shave Cream that says sensitive on it may not be good for sensitive skin. It does have fragrance in it. So again, it may not affect you, may not affect my skin, but if you are super, super sensitive to fragrance, that may not be for you, even though it says sensitive on the front of the package. And again, some of those things are surprising and kind of mislabeled. And this is stuff in all price points, not just Dollar Tree. That's why you always have to read your ingredients no matter what you're buying, because there could always be something that you're allergic to, whether it's expensive or not. It all comes down to the ingredients. But just because you're on a budget doesn't mean there aren't many, many irritant and allergen and fragrance-free products that you can give a try and see how they work for your sensitive skin. So of course, if you enjoyed this video, show me you did by hitting the like button. I'll have some similar content down below in the description box. That way you can binge watch more content like this. Let me know if you've tried any of the products mentioned today, especially if you have sensitive skin and how they work for you. You know, I always enjoy hearing from you and talking to you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.